Hi there, Albertus from bestreviewstoyou.com here. In today's review, I'm going to discuss if it's really possible to lose belly fat overnight. We're constantly bombarded by outrageous claims on how to lose belly fat. Lose belly fat in 10 days, lose belly fat in 1 week, and lose belly fat overnight. Let's take a closer look at whether it's really possible to lose belly fat overnight. We're going to do this with a generous helping of common sense. First, we need to take a look at the two types of fat we normally store. The first one is subcutaneous fat. This is our fat that sits directly under the skin of our thighs, hips, buttocks, and abdomen. Subcutaneous fat is a fat that is visible. The more you have, the bigger and fatter you are. Second, there is visceral fat, or organ fat. This type of fat is stored around the heart, lungs, stomach, and liver. You do not see or feel this fat, but it is very unhealthy if you have too much of it. Visceral fat acts as a cushion and protects our organs. However, too much visceral fat is unhealthy. This is because visceral fat also produces all kinds of different substances, such as fatty acids, hormones, and inflammatory proteins. An excess of these substances gives a high risk of high blood pressure and increased cholesterol levels. Because of the excess fat, the organs themselves also start to work less well. Just like the liver, which has a detoxifying function and helps with digestion of fats, these functions can perform less well with too much visceral fat. A too fatty liver detoxifies less and also produces too much unhealthy LDL cholesterol. What causes belly fat? Belly fat can have several causes. As soon as more energy or calories comes in than what is burned, the belly is one of the first places in most people where it is stored as fat. The stress hormone cortisol also has a major influence on the development of abdominal fat. How do you lose that belly fat? Bear with me, because this is important. If you want to start losing unwanted belly fat overnight. To deal with too much belly fat once and for all, the following steps are a good start. Step 1. Exercise. The benefits to mind and body of regular exercise are immense. Exercise is also a great metabolism booster that helps you lose weight, even as you sleep. Step 2. Healthier eating. Simply put, you won't burn belly fat if you starve yourself. A healthy diet with regular meals actually helps your body burn fat faster. Step 3. Sleep well. Research has shown that people who sleep 6 to 7 hours a night build up less organ fat in 5 years than people who sleep less or longer. Step 4. Stress reduction. When the body experiences stress, a number of stress hormones are secreted. One of those hormones is insulin, that plays a role in the metabolic process. Insulin converts the sugars released from the blood from carbohydrates into glucose. It then transports them to the cells where it is stored as fat. Reducing stress is an important part in losing belly fat. But what has all of the above got to do with how to lose belly fat overnight? The simple fact is, we all lose a tiny bit of belly fat overnight. The problem is, we regain it as soon as we get up and start our daily routine again. Let's face it, with today's hectic lifestyle and demands, try as we might, most of us simply cannot fit it all in. Who can honestly exercise daily, plan and prepare healthier meals, sleep 6 to 7 hours per night, and reduce their stress levels? This all simply takes too much time and effort. Bottom line is, there's simply no enchanted pill, supplement, or diet that will make you lose belly fat overnight. So what can one do? Fortunately, help is at hand. Simply check out my review on Proactal XS, a revolutionary fat binder that's clinically proven to help you lose weight. In fact, the manufacturers are so confident in their product, they offer an unprecedented 60-day satisfaction money-back guarantee. click on the link below to read my full review.